now, I got myself ready as fast as possible. Getting from a position of not being ready at all, having a shower, change, brush my teeth, all that stuff, get all my papers together, and leave the house. To do so in like 18 minutes is, I think, is pretty good. I could take less time depending on where I'm going. But I think 18 minutes to get to work like that is actually quite fast for me. And I'm still going to be late, but I'm not going to be as significantly late as I could have been. But bottom line, I need to start getting up earlier. I got to pray that there's no traffic today like there was yesterday, because if there is, I could end up being 20 minutes late. If traffic holds up to what it usually is by average, I should be at the office by 8:40. I think about 8:40, and the time that I'm supposed to get there is 8:30. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not terribly concerned about it because I've been at this place for almost 6 months, and I don't even want to say this on camera, but I may have been on time 10 times in a 6 month span. But really, I'm like, I chose an 8:30 time. I did, because I had a choice between 8:30 to 4 and 9 to 5. But the thing with me is that I know myself, right? And what do I mean by I know myself? If I have a half an hour more to get up, it doesn't mean that I am going to get up at the same time that I'm getting up now and have 30 minutes more to work with. I'm going to feel like I can get up 30 minutes later than I'm currently getting up, because I don't have to be in until 9. So it's not a time thing, it's just not a morning person. I'm not being punctual in the morning in particular. Afternoon time and say you're starting work at, or even every day. But if I have to get up at an unnatural time for me, because I'm not a morning person, I'm going to be late. Hi, Tasha. Hi again, Marshall. Yeah, so you guys got me for anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the traffic. The algorithm is algorithming this morning for whatever reason, so be prepared for these trolls, because they will be here. I guess a continuation of what I was saying was the two trains of thoughts on what to do with Rachel Riley. Like, if I was to put myself in the house, a part of me would want to be like, let's get her out the soonest that we are able to get her out, which would have been this week. And another part of me would have been like, kind of like how some of the others are making these theories of she's not going to win anyways, because there's no way. There's never been a two-time winner. Well, there's never been a two-time winner on the main show. We have had Nicole Franzel win a season of Big Brother and then win a season of Reindeer Games, but it's not the same thing as winning 2 seasons. The closest we've had to that is like people winning first place and getting second place. I don't even know how many times that has been done. How many times has that been done? Because I know Cody did it with second place on 16 and first place on All Stars. I think a couple other people did it, but I'm not a Big Brother historian like that. But I would like to be. I would like to be more of a historian. I mean, if Hannah can binge 22 seasons of Big Brother in 3 months and then become a super fan, I can do it. Not in the span of time and not with the amount of details that she was able to retain, because I'm not a supercomputer and a genius like her. yeah. So speaking of which, I'm gonna send her an email today. I know that when I saw her and I said, "Hey, we haven't caught up on part two of our interview," she was just like, "I'm sorry, my schedule is unbelievably busy, and if I did have the time for you, I would make it for you, but I don't." So, you know, I like to form relationships with the people that I do these interviews and stuff like that with them, because it kind of lets them know that every interaction that I have with you is not a transaction. Like it's nice to feel like somebody actually cares about you. It's almost like my clients at work. I have clients that are just like, Mark, 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 I need you for this, I need you for that. And you're like, man, do you ever think of the fact that I have needs sometimes? I have things going on in my life. I'm not just some like robot that has no problems. It just comes to save all of your problems. And then I have a few that are like, Mark, you seem a little bit off today, or you seem down. How are you feeling? And that means a lot. That means a lot to me. What am I missing in this chat? I already got that. Deviant. Hi, Deviant. Actually, last week, Friday, I did something for this client of mine. And again, you could technically just say I was doing my job, because it wasn't like, I mean, not everybody would do that thing, but for me, I'm like, this is within the realm of my job. So I'm prepared to go through this without receiving a thank you. And the person says to me at the end, there's no way I could repay all the things that you've done for me during your. I wish I could do something for you that would equal all the things you've done for me, but the only thing that I can say is I can give you a genuine thank you and tell you that the things that you do really matter, whether they get recognized or appreciated as such. And I said to her at the end of that, I'm like, I know you might think this might sound like just a catchphrase, or just something to say, but I said, a genuine thank you can feel like a man. In an average week, how many people tell me thank you at my job, or even in general, but really at my job, where I'm doing more for people there than anywhere else. And once in a while, somebody will be like, hey, thank you, I appreciate you, whatever. Once in a blue. I'm just used to going through my day and being like, my thank you is the paycheck. And that's not even a thank you. It's just, I worked for this, I earned this. It goes in my bank account every 2 weeks as proof that I have done the work that is required to get this paycheck. But hearing directly from a client that you have worked with and that you have accomplished things with and for, and they're like, what you do matters to me, thank you. The way that boosts you up, because honestly, I can only think of a few people over the course of my 10 plus years in this field who have said that to me, and especially in that kind of a way. I might get like oh, hey, thanks when I finish with something, but that's not what I mean by genuine, heartfelt thank you, where somebody is really, really telling you that you have impacted them in some kind of extraordinary way with your effort or your empathy or whatever it is that resonated with them. Cat, Cass, hi Cass. Let's see. Icons, notification bell. Thanks for always remembering that, Marshall. By the way, I was not around. I know that people asked me to make a video about uh, I don't Riley. Riley apparently called somebody the B word. What? Who was it? Morgan? Did he say it to her? Somebody break that down for me. Was that on the feeds? Is that something that I can go watch? And did he say that to her face? Did he tell somebody else that this person is the B word? I just give me some details. Anyone who knows about that, give me some details so I can react to it. Because I kind of looked around for it and I only saw people's reactions to it rather than being able to view the full clip or anything like that. So let me know, y'all. Put me in the loop. Put me in the know. Until somebody puts it in the chat, I can just give you some general thoughts that I have about that. All right. My general thoughts that I have regarding the B word, the B, so the R word, the N word, there's different words, and there's different slurs and stuff like that, right? A lot of those words are more like banned in certain environments and social circles. The B word is not. However, having said that, this is always the way that I feel about a Big Brother house. The Big Brother house, regardless of the fact that it's a TV show and it's a game, is also a work environment. So my personal feelings on that are that anything that you can't say at work, you shouldn't be able to say it on the show. Because being on the show, regardless of the fact that those contracts are crazy, and I think that, I know all too much about the contracts, and I'm not even going to say how, but I will. Some of my members know, or some of my Discord people know why I know so much about the contracts, but the contracts are something else. But regardless, it's somewhat of a privilege to be on TV and to be recorded and get the exposure, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm trying to say? So you got to be on a professional level and keep certain things to yourself. Now, I actually remember in season 23, I wasn't watching much of the feeds, but I heard that I not just that I heard, Big D admitted that he was using the B word religiously, especially on his fellow cookout members, the women, and they didn't like each other. I mean, I think Hannah liked him, but I think Tiffany and Azza both had major problems with him at one time for that, and called him out after the show and was like, you can't say that, and he publicly apologized because he said, in the gay community we use that all the time, and we just didn't know that we couldn't say that to women. It's a hard one. All right. He said it to Kelly, okay, or the camera, and said if he's HOH, he put that B on the block, okay. He put that B on the block. Nothing he'd get expelled for, but he's mad as F that about Catherine getting targeted. Oh, so Kelly said that she would target Catherine. Yeah, it's not expel worthy. He shouldn't have said it. He should not have said it. Not expel worthy, but yeah, Sounds like it's probably something that he regularly says. But I'm sure if I were to go around all the vlogs, they'd probably say that he should be expelled. But I kind of keep the same energy with everyone with all these words. I'm just like, in the Big Brother seasons that I've seen, nobody has ever gotten expelled for those things. So I think that it's kind of on two things. It's on CBS. It's on CBS production to talk to him about that, which I assume they did. Y'all don't know this, right? Or maybe some of you might know this, but I'm pretty sure 99% of you don't know this. The first and only time, actually, I saw Jared, because I only saw him once. Jared and Sari. I don't recall if Izzy was there. She might have been. But I know for sure Jared and Sari were there. And I think it was a Survivor event that they came to shortly after their season ended. And I was talking to Jared about the R-word situation. And I was like, what happened with that? I was just like, when you said it, what were you thinking? And some people are upset that you weren't expelled. Like, did Big Brother do anything about it? He said to me, after I said it, production, spoke to me at length and basically told me I'm on my last warning. I'm on my first and only warning. I don't get another one. If something like that comes out again, you're out of the house. And he's like, people don't realize that they were actually extremely stern about what they said to me, but obviously it wasn't on the show or on camera or anything like that. But off camera, they let him know that this was not going to be tolerated. So I kind of just hope that, while I don't think it's as strong of a thing as that, I don't know, I can't say that, different triggers for different people, but I hope that production would do something similar with Riley and be like, this kind of thing ain't tolerated, and go from there. Anyways, yeah, she doesn't want him. That's the craziest part about this whole thing. I'ma be an Guts. That goes crazy, Pandu. Okay, the user is already hidden, so I was gonna hide you just I was gonna hide you just for that, but it was already done, so I didn't get the pleasure. I didn't get the pleasure of being the one to do it myself. That goes crazy. That goes crazy for a first and last comment on my page.
Excuse me, is there a parking meter here?
The parking meter is right over there. You see behind that pole right here?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they hide it. It's like you can't even find one.
They have one there, and they have one way over there, and I think that's the only two in this whole parking lot. You're welcome. I don't know. I have an approach me face. I don't understand. I always tell people, I'm like, I'm not actually friendly. I'm not like a friendly guy. But I'm also not a jerk. So when people want to come up and speak to me, please don't come back. Don't come back and talk to me, please. I be avoiding people. I be avoiding my neighbors. My neighbors want to say hi in the morning. If I see them, if I see them before they get to me, they don't get to me. Today my goal is to get some work done, because I've been messing up in that regard. Ooh, I must have lost some weight because my pants are not fitting the way they're supposed to fit. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. The old lady's across the street. She's waving, stare, and judge. If anyone needs anything, they walk up to me. If people are just standing at the bus stop and they want to engage someone in conversation, somehow I'm the one. And I'm not like a smiley person. I don't feel like I'm an approachable person, except for if I'm in a work environment where I have to be. But anyways, got to go. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, not spell, notification bell, all that good stuff. See you today after the episode.